This is the Sylvox Deck Pro 2.0 outdoor TV and it's waterproof, or so it says on the box. But fear not, we're gonna obviously test this by throwing a bunch of water at it to see if Sylvox put their money where their mouth is.
Hold up, place go wild when I pull up. They all on me like it wants them.
It has an IP55 rating, and that should mean it is 100% waterproof and weatherproof. It packs 1000 nits of brightness, which is 2 or 3 times as bright as a typical home TV, and that should come in handy because this is an outdoor TV after all, and you should of course be able to see what's on the screen even in bright sunlight. Lifting it out of the box was surprisingly easy, and I didn't expect that because if you look at this thing, it's built like an absolute all-metal tank, but somehow they managed to keep it fairly light, which is a good thing in my opinion because it means it can be mounted to most walls or structures. The ports are hidden behind what could be described as a vault door, but when you open it, you'll find pretty much all the ports you could possibly need, even an HDMI ARC port, which means that you'll be able to hook it up to a sound system, and anything that is hooked up to the TV will play through that sound system.
Look, here's the thing. When Sylvox approached me to review this thing, I was super interested because I've never seen a waterproof TV. The thing is though, I have no use for it. Our backyard isn't really suited for this type of thing, so I was a little bit hesitant. I was like, how am I gonna review this? So yeah, we didn't really have a purpose for it, but my daddy, he does. In the Netherlands, people like to go camping, and by camping, I mean go to a camping site, and by camping site, I mean trailer park. Hear me out. I know it sounds weird, but the Dutch love their trailers. It's like a little mini vacation home. They just go there to relax. There's a pool, there's a playground for the kids. The grown-ups just get to chill there and just, barbecue and stuff. Now, he recently built himself a patio, and that's where this thing would come in really, really clutch. So let's drive to the Netherlands, help him put this thing up, and see how waterproof it really is.
You know what? I actually just decided I'm gonna pick up my 8-year-old daughter. She's off school, it's a public holiday, and she never passes an opportunity to see Grandpa, so everybody wins. Hello, daughter.
Hello, father.
I love going places with her. Elisa is so funny, and when she's not being funny, she's mostly just chilling on her Nintendo or her iPad so daddy can listen to a podcast or something. When we arrived at the campsite, my dad was already waiting for us to let us in. Yeah, these places have their security on lock, but he managed to get them to agree to let me drive in so we could unload the stuff and get cracking. My dad just about finished building this little patio area outside. Some would call it a porch, I guess. Potato, potato. Anyway, I told him I was going to review this TV and I needed a place outside to do so, so he graciously agreed to let us do it here at the campsite. And of course, it was implied that once we tested and reviewed this thing, it was not coming back home with me. So everybody wins. And because he knew the measurements of the TV, he built a little structure ahead of time where the TV would be mounted. My dad's a contractor, so I had zero doubts he would have all the tools we'd need to make this work. Sylvox was kind enough to include a wall mount in the review pack, which should make it a bit easier to mount the TV to the structure, and because it pulls out and swivels, it should also be fairly easy to swap out cables or hook up any devices at a later time. The next step was mounting the rails to the back of the TV, which is needed to hang the TV onto the wall mount. Now, I have to admit, that was a bit of a head scratcher. The picture on the box did not quite correspond to the contents of the box, and after we both scratched our heads a few times, it took a woman's perspective to help us make sense of it. Big shout out to my dad's partner Marion, who asked not to be on camera to help us see the light. Was what you would expect from a Google TV. Anyway, from there on out, everything was smooth sailing. Attaching the TV to the wall mount was dead simple, so we could move on to the actual setup. The setup process itself, just a few steps to connect it to the Wi-Fi, choose the language, and then all that's left to do is log in to all the app accounts. Google TV works really well, the menu is nice and intuitive, again, as you're used to if you ever use the Google TV. Now, I have to say, the 4K image looks pretty stunning on this 55-inch panel, and you can clearly see those 1000 nits do their job. Even on a bright and sunny day like this, everything looks crystal clear, and we had zero trouble whatsoever watching what was on the TV. The audio is actually pretty good too. It comes with Dolby Atmos, which sounds pretty great even through the TV speakers, but Sylvox also has an outdoor soundbar that matches the TV perfectly, and that would of course improve the audio even further. Alright, so that's all well and good, but we all know that's not what we came here for. What we really want to know is this thing really waterproof? And let's be honest, aside from seeing grandpa grandpa. The main reason why Elisa wanted to come with me on this trip was so that she could throw water on an actual TV. She's been waiting for this all day, and this is her moment to shine. Everything still seems to be working, but Elisa was not happy with her first throw, so we let her have another go at it. She then told Grandpa that it would probably be an even better test if we would throw a bucket of water at it instead of a glass. Welp, challenge accepted. The TV is absolutely dripping wet, but it's playing as if nothing happened. And when we take a look at the TV, you can see the water just dripping down, but it's not getting in anywhere. The screen has this protective layer over it that feels a bit like a soft plastic. The all-metal body seems impenetrable, and even the button panel on the back is completely sealed so that not a single drop is getting in. I think we can safely consider this test as passed, and I'm pretty confident that if it can withstand this, it will hold up fine against rain as well. My daughter's happy she got to throw water at a TV. I'm glad I got to test this thing out for you guys. And my dad, well, he's no longer available for comments. He's got some shows to watch. Guys, if you enjoyed this little video, please give it a like, subscribe for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one.